Hi, my name is Andrew Auseon. I am a producer here at Sparkypants Studios, and I spend a lot of my time working on the narrative for Dropzone. We knew that the core story of Dropzone needed to match the core gameplay of Dropzone, and that's been something that's been steady since the very beginning. And that is that the player is this cool, sort of roguish, Han Solo-y ship commander who hires mercenary rig pilots to go down to the surface of Europa and fight over these cores. And so that's where we knew we needed to focus our energy. The Dropzone story takes place almost 200 years in the future. And it is a not too distant future where the solar system has been settled by a variety of factions. And the most important of those factions is Draugr Limited. Now, Draugr Limited started as a mining company that first began mining the different moons under the thumb of Draugr for, ever since it's been settled, is now suddenly a battleground where anyone who can slip past down to the surface and collect these cores can do that. We definitely wanted to start with a grounded sense of realism with this science fiction galaxy. We wanted something that could potentially be, but at the same time we wanted to leave the door open for all sorts of really different, really fun and exciting potential when it comes to the new characters that are introduced, the new abilities the player can use. And we didn't want to necessarily be pinned in by that realism. So we definitely want to start with something everyone can relate to and that feels real, but then just expand it from there into whatever feels organic and natural to Dropzone's expanding universe. So we definitely felt it was really important to establish those archetypes that everyone's familiar with and that we know are a good place to start. But by doing that, we can then push out at the edges and create these spaces where we can really play and find the fun and the unique stuff that is just Dropzone. And we're doing that now. We're racing past those established archetypes, those things that every game might have, and doing the things that are uniquely ours now. One of my favorite parts of working in video games is working with voice actors. They're so amazingly talented, and they take everything you do and make it so much better. And as the writer of the pilot dialogue in Dropzone, I had the huge honor of working with a cast of actors that just brought everything we did to life. You can hear it every time you play the game. You go in there and these characters just jump out at you. They come to life in ways that they don't anywhere else in the game. I remember when we were first doing CORTEX.
Who? Me? Lovely.
He's a character that needs a very specific kind of direction, and we weren't sure if it was going to work. We weren't sure if it was going to play out in the game, play out in the recordings as well as it did on the page. I mean, we had something very specific in mind, and Gideon just nailed it.
After me, they destroyed the project. Confidence levels at 10%.
From the first line on, we were all cracking up like crazy. We were all writing new lines for him to say just to hear him do the CORTEX voice. And it's that kind of performance that just makes you so pleased to be a developer and really proud to work on something like Dropzone. I think my favorite line of CORTEX is I hadn't even heard until just the last few weeks. It's when he dies and he explodes and he says, "I regret nothing!" And the performance and the way he just pulls it off is absolutely perfect for that moment when either you're CORTEX or your teammate's CORTEX and they explode and he shrieks like that. It is funny no matter what. Even if you just blew up in the middle of a battle that was really important to your team, it still just makes you laugh out loud and appreciate that loss in a way you wouldn't normally.
I regret nothing!